UFC 313, Pereira versus Ankalaev, is on Saturday. So I'm going to go through the full card and give you guys my prediction, my breakdown for each and every single fight on the card. Let's get into it. First up, we've got Jordan Santos versus Ozzy Diaz. Ozzy Diaz is terrible. He's coming off a KO loss from, who was that? It was like Mingyang Zhang, I think. Also, like, go bald, man. Just give it up. Jesus Christ. Jordan Santos looked good on the Contender Series, I think it was. He looked good. He's a powerful dude. Ozzy Diaz doesn't do good against guys who throw big meaty hooks. I'm going to go with Jordan Santos. Younger dude. I don't think Ozzy Diaz is good at all. 7 out of 10 on the confidence, but I don't know what the odds are for this. It didn't show up. I'm going to look. Jordan Santos is minus 200. I guess I'm with the crowd here. We've got Chris Gutierrez versus John Castaneda. John Castaneda was supposed to fight last week against Andrade something or other. He was supposed to fight last week. He cut weight and everything, and then the fight got canceled after he had gone through pretty much everything. Now he's fighting again. He's got to make weight again, and he's fighting against Chris Gutierrez, who does a very good job of leg kicking, and John Castaneda is very lead leg heavy. Not a very good matchup for John Castaneda. I'm going to take Chris Gutierrez, 5 out of 10 on the confidence. I just think he's this fight's going to stay standing, and he's just a better striker, plain and simple. So, not a good situation for John Castaneda. Chris Gutierrez has known that his fight got canceled, so he's known this whole time that he was going to fight sometime soon, and John Castaneda didn't. He cut weight and everything, and now so. Myron Santos versus Francis Marshall. Francis Marshall's not bad. The odds on this, I'm pretty sure, are really inflated for Myron Santos, which, fair enough. I am going to take Myron Santos. He has what's the word? He's very mature for his age, if that makes sense. Like, his fighting style is very mature. You only see that in guys who are near the top 10 of divisions. It's hard to explain. It's kind of like just this calmness that they have. He has that at a very young age. I think maybe his grappling is kind of the weak point at this point in his young career, but I don't see Francis Marshall being able to just take him down and ragdoll him. Or I see Myron Santos either winning a 30-27 decision or maybe KOing him early, but I think Myron Santos is going to be able to get this one done pretty easy. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start saying how I'm going to predict every fight. I'm going to take Myron Santos by second round TKO. I think he hurts him bad in the second round, drops him, finishes him out on the ground with ground and pound. We'll say second round. Next up, Carlos Leal versus Alex Morono. Carlos Leal is very clearly on steroids. Why are you covered in acne and you're 30? What's going on, man? Minus 900 is also absolutely ridiculous. I am going to go with the favorite here because I don't think Alex Morono is good anymore. I think his style is kind of washed. And Carlos Leal's not bad. Fought for Kretinov, and he beat him. I don't give a what that decision said. He won. That was his debut. Hopefully it's not a case of just he was on steroids and they couldn't test him, because I'm pretty sure he has failed PED tests in the past, but I'm taking Carlos Leal. This should be. I'm gonna take him by early finish. We'll go first or second round. I think he puts Alex Morono away. I think Carlos Leal will put him on the back foot. I don't think Alex Morono is gonna do well under that kind of pressure, that constant pressure. And Carlos Leal is powerful. If he lands a big one and Alex's eye starts swelling up, or he gets cut open, I think he's just going to fold. Bruno Ferreira versus Armen Petrosyan. Armen Petrosyan's not bad. What's his record? He's like 8-4 or something. 9-4. He's not bad. He's really not. Like, he was beating Shara. Like, handedly. And then he got spinning back fist KO'd. And it was like, holy shit. Like, Shara was about to lose, and he just pulled it out of the fire. No one talks about that, by the way, that Shara was getting his ass kicked, and I don't know why no one talks about that, but anyways. Armen's been finished in his last 2 fights. He got subbed the one before Shara, and then he got KO'd by Shara. He's back against a guy that is known to literally just sleep people. As an underdog, I'm going to take Bruno Ferreira. I'm going to take him by, I think it's going to be another story of holy shit, Armen's, not holy shit, but like Armen's handedly beating Ferreira, piecing him at range. Third round comes around, and Bruno lands a bomb. That's what I'm gonna predict. I think that's gonna happen. Arman's a good striker. He doesn't have a reach advantage, which I don't think helps. Bruno fights good on the inside. Arman doesn't. He kind of just fights at range. I'll take Bruno Ferreira by 3rd round KO. Joshua Van versus Ray Tsuruya, I think is how you say that. This is too much, too fast for Ray. I think Joshua Van is minus 192 is crazy because I think that Joshua Van's going to be able to easily get this done. Ray's a good grappler. I get that. Maybe that's what everyone's looking at in terms of why this is kind of a close matchup. Joshua Van's a very good defensive grappler, and he's probably one of the better boxers outside of the rankings at flyweight. I don't understand why this is the odds have this close. I think Joshua Van's gonna go out there and piece up Ray for 3 straight rounds, 30-27. Maybe, we'll take it 29-28 because maybe Ray gets him to the ground and has control time for around. Joshua Van's coming off like momentum. Like he looked really good in his last fight. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand why this is so, the odds are actually decently close. We'll take Joshua Van. I'll take him by 29-28 decision. He's not the biggest power puncher. He doesn't have a lot of heat in his hands. He's accurate, and his footwork's good. He's a good defensive grappler. Sprawls well. We'll take Joshua Van. Curtis Blaydes versus Rizvan Kuniev. I have a conspiracy that I'm thinking about this. There's a lot to unpack on this fight. I think that the UFC signed Kuniev. For people who don't know, Rizvan Kuniev is from the PFL. He fought Diego Ferreira. And if you guys don't know who Diego Ferreira is, he's the guy who fought Ngannou a few months back. And Ngannou smashed him and beat him in the first, I think it was the first round. I think it was the first or second round. He finished him early. So Kuniev fought Ferreira and he won. He won a decision. Got overturned because he's an avid PED user. He popped for steroids, and it wasn't just like, oh, he got given a supplement that had something that was banned and he didn't know. He got popped for like multiple different things in the same sample. Multiple steroids in his system. So he's a cheater, but anyways, he beat Ferreira, and I think that the UFC is signing him and put him up against Blaydes because the UFC wants this to be like this is the guy that beat Ferreira, and then have Blaydes. So I think the UFC wants Blaydes to beat Kuniev handedly so that everyone will now look at the PFL like, oh, Rizvan Kuniev, the guy who beat Diego Ferreira too, even though Ngannou did it, Kuniev beat him too, but Blaydes beat the shit out of Kuniev. So you Ngannou, you haven't done anything. That's what I think this is. I'm taking, if that makes any sense at all, I don't even know if I described that well, but Curtis Blaydes is I'm gonna take him by TKO in round 3. Kuniev is just I'll pull up a picture, he used to be jacked, clearly on steroids. And now look at him, seriously, what the am I looking at? Too much, too fast for Rizvan Kuniev. I don't know why the UFC keeps signing these people that are known cheats. Sure, man, I guess. I'll take Curtis Blaydes. Next up, Bobby Green versus Mauricio Ruffy. The way I see this going is I think Mauricio Ruffy's gonna finish him brutally in the first round. Bobby Green's chin is too high, man. He holds it high and his hands are down. It's a cool style. It's badass. Mauricio Ruffy is the sniper of snipers, bro. He dropped James Yontop, that fat who couldn't make 155 pounds. He dropped him twice, I think. Bobby Green's not gonna be able to take that. Jalen Green put him out terribly. Jalin Turner put him out terribly. He got finished by Drew Dober bad. These guys that have a little bit of heat in their hands, Bobby goes out. Plain and simple. I think Bobby's gonna come into this thinking that he's hot shit, hands down to his sides, and he's talking shit while the fight's going. Bobby throws out a jab, his hand comes back down to his hip, and then he throws an offbeat too, and Huffy's just gonna step off of the side and bink, pop him with a right hand, and he's just gonna go down. Huffy's good, dude. Huffy's so good. When you see all the fighting nerds interviews, all they talk about is how Mauricio Ruffy is the best one. That's what they say. We'll take Mauricio Ruffy by first round KO. Next up, Amanda Lemos versus Yasmin Lucindo. I'm going to take Yasmin Lucindo. Amanda Lemos is old. Normally in women's MMA, I just say whoever is the most manly looking, take them, but don't have many options here. So we'll take Yasmin Lucindo. I think she's more complete. She's got more fights on her record than Amanda Lemos does, and Amanda Lemos has 14 years on her. We'll take Yasmin Lucindo. Jalin Turner versus Ignacio Bahamondes. I'm taking Bahamondes. Jalin Turner thrives on the fact that he's bigger than everyone at the lightweight division, and he's not this time. He has no size advantage. There's no reach advantage. There's nothing. And Bahamondes is on a roll. That pullback counter that he had, was that UFC Noche, I think it was? Disgusting. Like, that shows levels that he's improving. I can already hear John Anik saying, coming to a top 15 near you next week, after he puts Jalin out. So I'm going to take Ignacio Bahamondes by second round KO. Next up, Fiziev versus Gaethje. Their first fight was close, dude, and no one talks about that. It was really close. Really, really close. I'm taking Fiziev. I just think that I think Justin's time is not there anymore. I don't think we're there. Does it make sense to say that a 37-year-old Justin Gaethje is fighting for the lightweight title in 2025? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't sound right. I think he's going to connect early, dude. He almost did in their first fight. A few times early, he almost connected. Fiziev's been training for a long time. He's been in shape for a long time. Justin Gaethje, why did he want to change the fight to 3 rounds when he was supposed to fight Hooker? Why did he change it? He was supposed to fight a long, rangy guy, and now he's fighting a short, lead body kicks, a guy that fights on the inside. He doesn't really fight too much on the outer edge. It's just not good for Justin, which is, honestly, this is weird to me that Fiziev is actually a favorite. That's crazy. Nothing points toward Justin winning this. I'm going to be honest. What? Leg kicks? Outside leg kicks? They were a factor in the first fight, but they weren't detrimental to what was going on. I think Fiziev connects early and he puts Justin out in the first round. I'm going to put it on the line. I'm going to say it's going to be one of those ones where Justin looks at the ref I was in. Come on. Why'd you stop that? One of those. We'll take Fiziev by first round finish. In the main event, Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Pereira's biggest test that he's had in his MMA career. I keep asking myself, what is Ankalaev's way to victory? People say wrestle. When was the last time that we saw Magomed Ankalaev in the first round just shoot a takedown? In the first 2 minutes. When was the last time we saw that? Never. He's never done that. People are oh, he's a good wrestler. It's no. Where have you seen this? Please show me. I would love to see that. That's his path to victory? And if not, he said he was going to stand. Why the would you do? He said he's going to stand. If he stands, it's wraps. It's a wrap. Jan Blachowicz had Magomed Ankalaev hobbling around on one leg. Jan Blachowicz did. Think about what Alex is going to do to his lead leg. Think about it. It's not going to end well. There's that. He's going to start ripping jabs to the body. Ankalaev is very straight on, back and forth movement. His hands are going to drop. It's going to go, whoo, rip to the body, whoo, rip to the body, whoo, rip to the body. He's going to feint it. Magomed's hands are going to drop, and he's going to bang a left hook, and it's going to be wraps. That's what's going to happen if they stand. And there's no way around that. Alex has been, he wrestled with Blachowicz, man, and he beat him. Blachowicz is, I think, a better grappler than Magomed Ankalaev. Sue me. I think that. And he beat him. And he beat Jan. Got wrist control, got his butterfly hooks, did whatever he could, and he got back up and he won that fight. What's Ankalaev going to do? He's not going to knock him out. He's not going to knock out Pereira at 205 with what? A straight right hand? Not going to happen. He might catch Alex a few times. Alex goes to throw that lead leg kick. Ankalaev will blitz in and pop him with the right hand. That'll happen. He's not going to put him out. And then what? He's not going to be able to do that over and over. Alex is too dynamic. He'll go lead high kick. Or he'll rip to the body with a jab. Hands drop. Bang. Left hook. Offbeat 1-2s. Offbeat 1-1-2. Pull back. Left hand. There's too much for Ankalaev to have success on the feet. He's not going to have success on the feet. And then if he goes to the ground, I don't see him ragdolling Alex. I just don't see it happening. I have Alex by second round finish. I think he's going to bang it. He's going to set things up and he's going to feint something low and go high, and Ankalaev's going to go out. And it's Ramadan, dude. I think I saw Ankalaev he is drinking and eating, which, Have fun in hell, Ankalaev, I guess. No, but he said he's gonna stand, man. And it's Ramadan, and he's had to deal with Alex basically like, oh, you're not getting this shot. You don't deserve to fight me. Like, it's mental warfare. Nothing points to Ankalaev winning. The more I think about it, it just doesn't make sense to me. But I'm taking Pereira. I'm taking Pereira by second round knockout. Thanks for watching. Another video hopefully coming soon. Stay tuned for more. Click a few buttons per usual. Like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.